All right, last example in section 6-7, example 7. Now this one we have two square roots. Whenever you have two square roots, you're still going to get one on a side by itself, and then you'll deal with what happens. You're going to have to square twice, or if it's cubes, you might have to cube twice. All right, so with this one, we're first going to add the square root of x plus 4 to both sides. So we get square root of 2x plus 1 equals square root of x plus 4 and a plus 1 outside. All right, so we're going to square this side and we're going to square this side. On the left-hand side, those square roots cancel with the square. So you get 2x plus 1 equals. Now this means that that's a binomial. So we're going to have to multiply. I'm going to go ahead and write that again here so we can go ahead and multiply that out. So we'd multiply first times first, so that'd give us the square root of x plus 4 times the square root of x plus 4. Outside would be 1 times square root of x plus 4, so that's just plus square root of x plus 4. Inside is the same thing. And last is 1 times 1, so it's plus 1. All right, so on the left-hand side, we're as simplified as we can get for now. So we're going to bring that down. Now, the square root of x plus 4 times the square root of x plus 4 is the same thing as the square root of x plus 4 squared. So that just comes out as x plus 4. This piece and this piece are like terms. So you have one here and another one here. So you have a total of 2 of those. So that'd be plus 2 square root of x plus 4. And the plus 1 sitting outside. All right, notice we still have this square root here, so we're going to have to get it on its side by itself in a minute. But for now, let's go ahead and simplify that right-hand side and move everything over for the moment to get x's and numbers together. So we'll have 2x plus 1 equals x plus 5 plus 2 square root of x plus 4. So we subtract x, we subtract 5, subtract x, subtract 5 here. So we're left with x minus 4 equals 2 times the square root of x plus 4. Now, you can decide to divide by the 2 on both sides, but if we square this side, that's just going to become 4. So I think it's more complicated to actually divide by 2 than it is to leave it where it is. So for the moment, we're going to leave that where it is. We're going to have to erase some of this so we can go backwards. Not backwards, forwards. All right, so we have x minus 4 equals 2 times square root of x plus 4. We need to square this side, so we're also going to have to square this side. All right, so this x minus 4 squared is a binomial times a binomial. So that's x minus 4 times x minus 4. And inside here, we have to square both the 2 and the square root. So we get 2 squared and the square root of x plus 4 squared. So on the left-hand side, we need to FOIL this out. This is first, x squared, outside, negative 4x, inside, negative 4x, and last, positive 16 equals 4. Now this square root and the squared cancel, so it's just x plus 4. So on the left-hand side, it simplifies to x squared minus 8x plus 16. And on the right side, we distribute that 4 to get 4x plus 16. So again, we have to move everything to the left side because we're going to have to factor that. So we subtract 4x and subtract 16. So we get x squared minus 12x equals 0. Well, that happened nicely. All we now have to do is factor out an x. We get x times x minus 12 equals 0.
Are you almost done?
Yes. All right, so we have x equals 0 as a solution, or x minus 12 equals 0 as a solution. The first one is solved. The second one, we add 12 to both sides. So we get x equals 12, or x equals 0. Now, last piece, we need to check it. So we plug 0 into that original equation. 2 times 0 plus 1 minus square root of 0 plus 4. Does it equal 1? Well, this becomes just the square root of 1 minus the square root of 4. Does it equal 1? So that's 1 minus 2. Does it equal 1? No, it does not. So x equals 0 is not an option. All right, so let's check x equals 12. So that'd be square root of 2 times 12 plus 1 minus square root of 12 plus 4. Does it equal 1? So that's square root of 2 times 12 is 24 plus 1 minus square root of 16. Does it equal 1? So that's the square root of 25 minus square root of 16 equals 1. So that's 5 minus 4, and it does equal 1. So our only solution to this equation is x equals 12.